y'all up in Dragon's Reach. Lend any aid you can.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience.
There's
I'm
a
going to run an inn someday.
Can't neither magic nor the passing of time make it right.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
The security in Whiterun, the guards in this city are all lazy and undisciplined. Things need to change.
Want to hear a little Nord wisdom? You don't really know a woman till you had a strong drink and a fist fight with her. Want to hear a little Nord wisdom?
Yes, Mom?
You think you can go blade to blade with me? The heat of the battle, fist fight. That and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. You've been talking to those too hot-headed, they cried. Weak. It wasn't my fault. They wanted me to prove my worth. So they threw me up against a young whelp. I guess they thought a woman wasn't strong enough to hurt him. I didn't mean for him to die. Why would I want that? And why not? 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go. Come on. Well, another maggot squashed my
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperial.
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me. You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are. You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are. You're someone who can get things done. I like that. Keep walking, Softgut. I'm more woman than you can handle.
On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
If it's work, if you need more food or drink, depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry?
And we'll see
Both.
it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
Now please, no more questions.
Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son, hmm? What of Thorald? Is he
Had
not
enough of fish and fowl?
So don't talk
Treat
to me
yourself and
about
your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender
Your son
rack of
chose
ribs.
his side and he chose poorly, and now he's gone.
What?
Such is
What are you looking at?
the sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battlebones, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorald?
Do you believe this old
Chops and steaks fit for a Jarl. Come and see my special.
holding him? Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, coward. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, father. There's nothing more to be said here.
Fresh from the wilds.
Still warm from the oven.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorald. They say that he was killed, but I know better. It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story. Please, let's speak privately.
Chops and steaks fit for
Please, let's speak privately.
finest quality meats.
There's a rift here in Skyrim.
Can't neither magic nor the passing of... Evgir Onslaught has come at last. The season unending. War. Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
Damn those Greymanes to... More bad blood between the houses. Fralya is convinced our family is somehow at fault for the loss of their son. There's no reasoning with these people anymore. Long live the Empire.
Mister, could you spare
Hire
a
one,
coin?
maybe 2 good men. You won't starve.
I'm so hungry.
I'll put it plainly. You
Bye.
can bring your sword, or you can keep your wife.
Avelstein,
If you set foot outside that gate,
Battleborn,
I
give me
will
your
pursue
money.
you to return.
I'll
I-
throw him in jail myself.
I don't have any money. You better give me 5
Be
septims
glad
right
you're
now,
here
or
in
I'm
the
gonna
city
bloody
and not
your
out
nose.
in Riverwood.
10
Poor
septims
sods don't even
tomorrow,
have a
baby
ward.
Battleborn, or I'm gonna bloody your nose and your lip.
No, please! I really don't have any money, Brave. I'll give you 10 septims tomorrow. Just don't hit
The cold, frightening truth is that the Empire represents progress.
What are you looking at?
Anyone who
I'm
fears
not afraid
progress
of
is
you.
a coward.
No.
me. It's
Even
no
if you
fun
were
getting
around.
pushed around all the time. Alright then.
I just want to go home and read.
The Stormcloaks are
Nothing
content
like
to
a
live
good
in the past
adventure or
forever.
romance to
No
lose
wonder the
yourself in.
provincials think we're all baseless savages.
Tell me, do you believe in mighty Arche, god of life and death? Well, as I said, Arche is the god of life and death. You'll find his temples and halls of the dead all across Tamriel. Priests of Arche, such as myself, perform rites for the dead and sometimes console the bereaved. We also keep a constant vigil against those who practice the vile arts of necromancy. I asked the question because I was hoping you might be able to help me recover something I've lost. My amulet of Arche. It's the source of my divine powers and also a sacred badge of office. I misplaced it in the catacombs. I'd looked for it, but I have been hearing noises down there. I fear the dead have become restless. Without that amulet, I'm powerless to confront them. Would you be willing to search for it? I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs. Blessing of Arcadia. With this terrible war, I'm a bit overwhelmed, as are the catacombs. spend so much time among the dead with this terrible war? Oh, thank Arkay! Please, take this gold for your troubles. The blessing of Arkay. You and me, we're the only people around who aren't complete fools. As Whiterun's priest of Arkay, I spread his word.
Welcome, child. This is the Temple of Kinnareth. The Gilded disciples of Kinnareth could sense something holy in it, and travel far to hear the winds of the goddess. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal. If you want to help, you'll need something to cut into it first. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about a weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kinnareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
So sick. Can hardly sleep.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
sure it's the right person.
Foreigners. What a nuisance. They thought I was some other Red Guard woman. They just wouldn't leave me alone. I hope they get lost in the wilderness.
lost friend. On your head! Death awaits you. Skyrim belongs to the North.
Helgen. Destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Disrespect the law, and you disrespect me.
If my cleaning gets in your way, just say the word and I'll be off.
Ain't nobody high and mighty in these halls, except in the Jarl. And don't you forget.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think we need more information.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. You know about Helgen? The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Approach.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
I serve Jarl. The Jarl is, as you can imagine, from Adrian? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Divines bless you. May the ground... Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. That is an old tale, but well known. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. Ah, splendid. The history of Whiterun begins with Jorrvaskr, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only building on the mountain. As time passed, a thriving community sprang up around Jorrvaskr, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the holds. Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers, as you may have noticed. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest of the 3 to the plains that surround the city. The inn and marketplace are found there. Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District, which is the middle of the 3. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
What do you need?
I'm the commander of the guard here in Whiterun.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice
One of
with
the
my
new servants?
fists.
Remember that I like my meat rare.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the Yes, I could use someone to fetch... Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no. Many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I'll put it simply so you'll understand. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time. It's no fun getting pushed around all the time.
Well met, Traveler. What brings you to Whiterun? A pity. And words I hear too often. But there's no shame in it. One of them dragons comes calling in Whiterun. The place will go up like tinder. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members. But if by work, you mean... Aye, that I do. Our family's been close as kin for generations, but Ulfric's Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second. Interesting. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led... All that matters is that I have what you need. And isn't it obvious? By the wonderful weather and hospitable people, of course. Not to mention my great fondness for dragons and petty political power struggles. But without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a regular basis. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back.
Finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
How goes the begging today, friend?
That's right. Mop the town deck like everyone else. But I've got it right.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. fine potion you've put together. I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you. Tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service.
housecarl. We'll leave immediately. It's just us against the dragon. Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else. We don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off the dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time's wasting.
Damn those
And
gray
what
mages
might
to
you
oblivion.
need?
They want to back the Stormcloaks. They'll get what's
I
coming
am
to them.
charged with Powerful men have many enemies, more so in times of strife, so you can imagine the dangers. Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has met his end at the tip of my blade. Take your pick. Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and unscrupulous nobles. Sometimes I think his own children want him dead. And those are just the physical threats. Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely. Every day he deals with obsequious functionaries and incompetent bureaucrats. Sadly, I'm not allowed to eliminate them. Well, not yet anyway. Balgrup and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to argue. Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so. I've got my eyes on you.
Be glad you're here in the city and not out in Riverwood. Those poor sods don't even have a wall. What is it?
You're someone who can get things. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
gonna split your belly like an old woman's purse. You won't live to see tomorrow.
Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it? What is it?
The god Arche was once like us, bound to winding mortality. But he willingly gave up this existence, that we might better understand the vagaries of life and death. It is through the ebb and flow of this cosmic tide that we find renewal, and in the end, peace. May the spirit of Lavinia and all those who have left this world and its suffering know the beloved serenity of Aetherius, and may we one day rejoin them in eternity.
A sad time. Yes, and I couldn't tell you why. My wife and I think there's some dark magic at work. Or perhaps Arche's influence is strong here, and he likes to keep it this way. Our daughter, our little girl. She hadn't seen her 10th winter. Sinding came through as a laborer. Seemed like a decent man. He's stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with him. If you've got the stomach to look at him. What could drive a man to do something like this? She was... He ripped her apart, like a saber cat tears a deer. We barely found enough of her to bury. The cemetery is ancient. It's been here longer than the town. I'm no scholar, but I know that a lot of battles have been fought here over the course of history. After each battle, more dead were buried and the graveyard got bigger. I heard it's now the biggest graveyard in Skyrim. I just don't understand what kind of man does that.
My husband Matthias and I tend Corpse Light Farm.
Strangers like you bring war. I've seen enough war. These graves hold the sons and daughters of Falkreath.
Sure Bones, a handsome man in Falkreath. A strong drink will chase off that chill in the air.
Gust is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. War is not new to Falkreath. You have only to stand in our cemetery to see that. Ah, Barrett's ashes. He was a good man. Not many warriors grow to a fine old age. Thank you for bringing this to me. I'll make sure he gets his rights. Here, for your trouble. I am. I came into Arkay's light after the Great War. So many died by my hands, my magics. I'm fortunate that Kust and the people of Falkreath have come to accept me as one of their own. Could you do an old elf a favor? I misplaced my journal in a cave I was exploring. I'll pay for its return. Blessing of Arkay to you for your help. Oh, merciful Arkay, no. I'm too old and frail, and this graveyard is too large. Kust is my assistant. He helps me tend the headstones and keep our cemetery clean, as befits a place of rest. I'll teach you some of what I know, but be careful. That journal means a lot to me, if you find it.
I was Jarl once. Aye. Truth is, suddenly, the nobles are calling. They named me Thane. They got my nephew Sitgeir in my place. A real friend to Cyrodiil, that one. Well, not against me, against all of Falkreath. Oh, last night I saw Laud the blacksmith writing a letter. Probably sending word to Solitude and General Tullius. Are you loyal to Skyrim? Break into Laud's house and get that letter. Milk drinker. Well, not against me. Are you loyal to Skyrim? Good. Mind what you say. The Empire has ears all over this town.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. I escaped fighting in Cyrodiil, only to have... Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? You hear any juicy gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me.
We drink to our youth, to days come and gone. For the age.
Gust is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath.
Not as dumb as
I
you
take
look.
care of the shrine.
We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. Our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar. Red when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
Ghost
"Oh,
is
you
responsible
talk
for
and
the
you lie and
cemetery.
you drink."
Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Dengeir first, and the Empire second. The finest weapons and armor. See me at my forge if you need arms or armor.